JC for holding down the fort and doing a better job than I did. How you do, Papi?
Let's go, follow.
The Rasta man himself. Good morning to you, Vincent in the machine shop. Good morning to you, the distinguished gentleman, also Mr. Doobie Set. How are you?
Follow me.
All you wonderful folks, the early risers, good morning to you, Kitty Cat.
Bullets. Follow me. Testimonies wherever they are. Call them. Follow me. Ale, follow me. 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 Follow me.
As I said to you, I've got a health tip compliments Hills and Valley Pharmacy. And every morning around this time, I'm going to give you a tip. And on Fridays, I will ask you a question. And you can win yourself a fabulous prize. Thomas Fupi Moraine, good morning, bro. How you doing? You all right? My brother Cecil Cadet, how are you doing, Papi?
If you're blessed, get up and dance for the Lord. Come on.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So here's your health tip for today. It says, we're talking about a stroke, right? I'm certain you heard about that before. It says a stroke is a condition in which a part of the brain dies because it goes without blood or oxygen for too long. Now, before someone develops a stroke, they may exhibit symptoms of a stroke that may later be confirmed by MRI or CT brain scans. Now, signs of a stroke should be taken seriously, and you need to be fast. Yes, be fast. The B-E-F-A-S-T. Look at the person's one. B, the balance. The person may have difficulty standing or walking. E, look at the eyes. The person's eyes may have changes in vision. F, the face. The person may have sudden weakness or drooping of the face. A, the arms. The person's arms may have sudden weakness or numbness of one or both arms. S, the person's speech. Now, the person may have a slurred speech, garbled speech, or become mute. And T, remember, be fast, B-E-F-A-S-T. T now is time. Now, time is of the essence. Call an ambulance right away. The sooner treatment begins, the better chances are for recovery. All right, so that's a stroke, right? We said a stroke is a condition in which a part of the brain dies because it goes without blood or oxygen for too long. Before someone develops a stroke, they may exhibit symptoms of a stroke that may later be confirmed by MRI or CT brain scan. All right, so be fast. Remember that. And that was your health tip for the day. Compliments Hills and Valley Pharmacy. If the good Lord spare lives, we'll have another tip tomorrow, and then Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, I'll give you the tip and ask a question. You can call in and be a part and win yourself fabulous prizes. It's 22 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning, Roger. How are you doing? Mary Show, good morning. Well, I violated one of the things I said I wasn't going to do again for a while. That's looking at the obituaries. You know, I looked at the obituaries this morning, and there I see one of my good friends, Kitty, Mr. Christopher out there from Butch Grove, man. The family, good morning, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. Wow. Man. It's 21 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's get with the program. It's time for the word of the day. And the word of the day is a noun, all right? It's blarney. Blarney. B-L-A-R-N-E-Y. Now, what blarney means? Now, blarney refers to false but charming talk that often flatters the listener. Blarney, B-L-A-R-N-E-Y. Yep. Nice. Here's how we can use the word in a sentence. The bartender laughingly asked her gregarious patrons if anyone ever believed his blarney. Yeah? The bartender laughingly asked her gregarious patrons, and let's have a tongue twister sometimes, gregarious patron, if anyone ever believed his blarney. Nice. Good morning to all the teachers, the students. Good morning to all the athletes. Intercall just completed SAS Boy. Unfortunately, I couldn't visit. I couldn't be a part of it, but nonetheless, SAS and St. David's Catholic Secondary School. Coach Dennis, good morning to you. It's now time for the thought of the day. Don't waste another minute dealing with a toxic, negative energy draining person. Some people are wired for negativity. They love being argumentative, combative, and abusive. Run for your life as quickly as possible. Yeah. Detox yourself from negativity. Yeah. Don't waste another minute dealing with a toxic, negative energy draining person. Some people are wired for negativity. They love being argumentative, combative, and abusive. Run for your life as quickly as possible, alright? Move away from them. Morning to the folks inside of Apretut. Cruz, good morning, how are you doing? And George and Peck and everybody. Eggies. Yeah. The All-Food students, I teach them to play the game, What up? Good morning. And those of you on HD 390 at this time, good morning. Nice. What's buzzing? Well, of course, Maggie, King of the Grill, is back, and this time it moves to the big parish. Okay? Registration is now open. All right? Come and register Saturday, the 4th of May. That's when it will be. All right? Come. All right? Also buzzing, Sean Richardson. Police are seeking the assistance of the general public in locating Sean Richardson, a 14-year-old student of Fontenoy in St. George. He's approximately 5 feet in height, slim-built, brown in complexion, with short black hair. Sean left his home on Friday, 8th March 2024, and I hope he has been found by now, because this bulletin here says has not returned since. That's from the 8th, all right? Anyone seeing Sean has any information about his whereabouts is kindly asked to contact the Central Police Station at 440-2244, Police Emergency at 911, Police Hotline at 444-1958, or the nearest police station, okay? All right, if you see this young man, right, good. Okay, nice. I heard about this couple that died in Carriacou. I mean, oh my goodness, strange things are really happening. Strange things. Just in case you're wondering the time, it's 17 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Just turned 16 minutes on to. Good morning to all my online viewers and listeners. Let me see who's on here. Mary E. Banks says good morning. Yulin Alexander, good morning. Gordon, good morning, everyone. Have a blessed, safe day, everyone. Sharon Bartholomew, good morning, you all. These all the way from Northern Virginia. Nice to have you back, Innocent. Oh, man, I feel good to be back. Margaret Alexander says good morning, Mr. Joseph. Yulin Swan, good morning to everyone. A pleasant good morning to you, Mr. Joseph. How are you? We missed you dearly. Have a productive day with the blessings of God. Thank you very much. Yulin, she said, welcome back. Veronica Sandy says, good morning, GBN Grenada. Gordon Innocent Joseph, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your time off. It was too short. Michelle Bernard says, good morning. Susan Charles says, good morning. Jennifer Lawrence, good morning, Innocent. Welcome back. Looking arrested. I feel that way. Gordon, you have to continue watching the death news. That's how you will know when your friends... I want to know when they pass. Susu Salsa. I'm tired hearing the same tone. All right. Mary Banks, welcome back, Mr. Gordon. Shaka Stephen Duke, good morning. Anika Reese, good morning, welcome back. We miss you. Thanks for missing me, boy. Good morning, Innocent. Please send out happy birthday greetings to Lady Alana Logie of Shantimel. Happy birthday to you. Hope you are doing fine. Folks, it's time for us to take that break. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. And we've got the conversation on the flip side of 7.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide, to light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is GBN's News at 7. It was a Juve-like atmosphere in Grenville on Friday as the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School celebrated their big win in the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall Games.
In a jubilant display of victory and community pride, the streets of Grenville came alive as the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School, SAS, celebrated their triumph in the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall Championship. They were joined by their counterparts from the St. Joseph Convent Grenville, Grenville Secondary School, and the Grenada Christian Academy. SAS brought glory to the parish, echoing their school song of bringing the noblest and the best to their community. Teachers, athletes, and well-wishers poured out onto the streets of Grenville, creating a carnival-like atmosphere that engulfed the town. Flags wave, chants of triumph filled the air, and smiles adorned the faces of all who joined in the festivities. Diane Abel Jeffrey, the principal of SAS, could hardly contain her joy.
I'm lost for words at this time. As you've seen, we just come off from celebrating, and indeed it is a big win for SAS. It's actually 24 titles. And that's why we had the slogan 24 in 24, because we've won 21 boys title but 3 girls title. So when we add them, we get 24. So it's really something to celebrate. And I must say thanks to our athletes. They were really determined to get this win, and they have gone out and they've done their best. I also must say thanks to the coaches and the management team, the team that has managed the athletes throughout. They have done the work. They have encouraged, they have motivated, they have put in everything that they could have to get all that output that we have gotten, so that we can celebrate today. We can celebrate our 24 in 24.
Her elation was shared by everyone present as they revealed in the glory of their achievement.
Everything's staying in Grenville. We're feeling good up here today. Proud. Respect.
I'm celebrating, man. I tell you, I'm so pleased and happy. Great work. They did a lot of training and preparing.
Elated, happy, everything. It's a long overdue. It has been a long journey. Hats off to the coaches, the principal, the management team. They did an awesome job.
In St. Andrews, people feel good, and I feel proud of the guys. They did well. Both boys and girls did well. So it's a blessing, man. It's a proud moment for us.
Nawasa, who is a pro sponsor of SAS, communications manager Jamila Lewis, joined in the celebration.
It was overwhelming because I journeyed with the team from day one, and I know that they really pushed. They believed in themselves, and when I discovered that we were 23 points ahead with the last relay, I know we won. It was just emotional.
Meanwhile, in the neighboring parish of St. David, another celebration was on the way as the athletes of St. David's Catholic School celebrate the 18th Intercol Championship in the Girls Division. The jubilant present mirrored the sense in Grenville, underscoring the passion and pride that sports evoke within communities across Grenada. As both parishes celebrated their respective victories, the camaraderie and sportsmanship displayed by all involved served as a testament to the unified power of athletics. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
The man who was found in the company of escaped criminal Levon Date has been formally charged. Charged with the offense of harboring is 36-year-old Joel Joseph of Tulare, St. Andrew. Joseph was arrested after being found in the company of escaped prisoner Levon Date during an operation conducted by the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force on Wednesday morning. Joseph appeared at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Friday and was remanded to His Majesty's prisons. He is scheduled to make his next court appearance on Friday, 5th April 2024. According to the Grenada Criminal Code, any person who knows or has reason to believe that someone has committed or been convicted of a crime and harbors the person so that they can avoid their arrest or serve their sentence can be sentenced to a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. After being on the run for 3 weeks, having escaped police custody on February 21st, Levon Date, alias Magic of Griffin Lane, St. Andrew, was recaptured by police around 1:40 a.m. on Wednesday during a sting operation that commenced in St. David and ended in St. Andrew. Date, who was found with injuries, was taken to the General Hospital for medical attention and was admitted as a patient. He has not yet made his court appearance to answer to charges relating to his escape. Date is charged with capital murder in connection to the disappearance of Canadian citizen Wayne Smart in December 2022. On March 31st, 2023, Date led police to a beachfront area in River Sally, St. Patrick, where they discovered what appeared to be burned human remains, believed to be Smart. The law firm of Henry and Bristol has been retained by family members of the 2 Americans who were reportedly killed by 3 escaped prisoners from the South St. George police station on February 18th. Attorney Jimmy Bristol, who now serves as a consultant to the law firm, confirmed the information when contacted on Friday. However, opted not to divulge the information, instructing our news team to contact the office for further information. However, when contacted on Friday, officials from the law firm opted to neither confirm nor deny the information. Meanwhile, reports are that a $1 million lawsuit is in the making from the family of a murdered American couple who were reportedly killed by the 3 prisoners from Paradise St. Andrew, Ron Mitchell, Atiba Stanislaus, and Trevon Robertson, who hijacked their yacht in the Grandlands area. Police believe the men may have discarded the bodies in the high seas on their way to St. Vincent, where the boat was found abandoned, and they were captured some 3 days later. To date, the bodies of the American yachties have not been recovered. The murder suspects, who were making a run for it on a number of serious charges, are currently facing a series of new charges, including double capital murder in the couple's death. GBN will continue following this story and bring you more details as they become available. The Ministry of Labor, Legal and Consumer Affairs launched the Consumer Affairs Office on Friday to coincide with the observance of World Consumer Rights Day. Chrislina John has the details.
In a bid to promote and protect consumer interests and rights in the supply of goods and the provision of services, the Ministry of Legal Affairs and Consumer Affairs launched the Consumer Affairs Office on Friday. Its role is to ensure protection of life and the health and the safety of consumers. The office will be headed by Ms. Marilyn Hosford Williams as its director. Linwald Parrott, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Labor, speaking on the observance of World Consumer Rights Day, explained the mandate of the office.
The Division of Consumer Affairs is responsible for the discharge of statutory obligations as prescribed under the Consumer Protection Act 2018. Its main functions are defined under the following pragmatic areas: consumer advisory, consumer protection, investigation and redress, consumer education and empowerment, consumer research and analysis, consumer advocacy, and the representation on statutory and other boards and committees.
The Division of Consumer Affairs is responsible for the discharge of statutory obligations as mandated by the Consumer Protection Act functions. Bert explained the benefits to be had.
Benefits of the Consumer Affairs Office include greater responsiveness to the concerns of consumers and the handling of their complaints, resulting in greater redress. Consumer rights are safeguarded and their interests are protected and promoted. Suppliers become obligated under the Act to respect the rights of consumers. Consumer affairs officers can now effectively perform their duties as they have the legal mandate to enforce the Consumer Protection Act.
Minister for Labor and Legal Affairs and Consumer Affairs, Claudette Joseph, outlined the mandate of the Consumer Affairs Office.
Now, the Consumer Affairs Office is mandated to provide certain administrative and technical services, including receiving, investigating, and resolving consumer complaints, engaging in public education about consumer rights and general affairs by laying reports to the Parliament through the Minister, of course, publication and dissemination of reports, newsletters, booklets, posters, and other forms of literature for public awareness and education. Also, the Consumer Affairs Office is mandated to engage in certain market research and surveillance exercises. And therefore, the office must keep abreast with regional and international trends so that it remains relevant and assesses the likely impact of those trends on consumers.
The office will also be responsible for assessing the quality of selected goods that may impact the health and safety of consumers. The Legal Affairs Minister said the law makes provision for the establishment of an advisory body to the minister and a tribunal for hearing and determining complaints.
Artificial intelligence requires that in serving consumers, it is done with greater transparency and more astute protection of consumer rights. In this regard, the protection offered by the current law will need to be revisited to make sure that we are in alignment with modern advancements in technology. In this era of AI, transparency will require us to serve our people in such a way that they make informed decisions.
Many of the services offered by the Consumer Affairs Office are available online on its website /llca.gov.gd/consumer. Christina John, GBN News.
As schools celebrated victories at the 2024 Republic Bank Intercol Championship, one family was forced to digest the heartbreaking news that their loved one had collapsed and subsequently died. GBN's news team visited the grieving family on Friday.
Dead is former Grenville Secondary School student, 32-year-old Vanessa Hafford, who would have celebrated her 33rd birthday next month. Vanessa met her unfortunate demise after collapsing in the stands amidst all the excitement on the final day of the 3-day championship, leaving attendees in a state of shock and sorrow. GBN visited the home of the now grieving family in St. James, St. Andrew on Friday and spoke with her father, Richie Hafford. According to Hafford, his daughter, who underwent surgery just a few weeks ago, was mandated by a doctor to follow strict instructions with regards to her eating and socializing habits. He further confirms that the intercall environment, where it's loud and full of excitement, was not an appropriate place for her to be socializing.
Because if I knew Vanessa was going into the intercall, I'd have tried to attract her out of that. Because I know the heat, how hot it was yesterday, and then the heat from people, and the thing that didn't suit her at all. Yeah. I miss Vanessa. I really miss Vanessa. I cried for a long time.
Vanessa, who did not bear children, is the last of 8 siblings, 3 sisters and 4 brothers, who are now left to grieve her passing.
Well, I have to keep strong. It happened, and by somehow I have to understand how it happened. It's not somebody that killed her. So God is there, and I will keep strong.
Our news team caught up with Vanessa's former secondary school teacher, Tessa Sincere, who was notably emotional during our visit to the family home.
I didn't expect Nessie to be at Intercall, really and truly. As knowing of the issue that she has, very loving child, a really, really good soul, you know. As a teacher, looking back, she has not really changed much. Her features are the same. You know, she would, as a student, even if I say to her, Nessie, you're not doing that, she would say, okay, miss, I hear you, but you know, this is what I'm going to do. That's Nessie. Everybody loved Nessie. Every single body loved Nessie. Everybody.
At the time of her death, Vanessa was employed as a spa therapist at the Spice Islands Beach Resort, where she has been associated since 2019. A statement obtained by GBN on Friday reads, and I quote, Vanessa's zest for life was infectious, and this is one of the special qualities we will remember about her. The Hopkins family, and by extension, the Spice Island Beach Resort family, send our sincere condolences to Vanessa's family at this difficult time and hope that you would be comforted by the memorable moments shared during her lifetime. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
Seasonal farm workers under the Farm Labor Program will be receiving better pay and benefits during their 6-month work stay in Canada. Rena Perry-Thomas has the details.
New benefits and salary increases have been negotiated for Grenadian seasonal farm workers under the Farm Labor Program. The farm workers who annually spend 6 months working on various farms in Canada heard the good news during a recent sit-down with the Minister for Labour, Claude Joseph. Minister Joseph revealed that this decision stemmed from a regional meeting involving officials from various Caribbean nations benefiting from the program, along with representatives from the Canadian government.
We are happy to say that during that meeting, we negotiated a number of things that will be to your benefit. We negotiated improved wages, working conditions, fringe benefits for all of you, our workers in the program. And this was done at the annual review meeting that was held in Port of Spain in December 2023. And coming out of this meeting, what we have now is that farm workers, you, will be your wages will be adjusted to reflect changes in the minimum wage in Canada.
The minister added that workers years with one farmer are also set to receive more benefits.
A recognition payment of Canadian $4.22 per week, up to a maximum of $135, that's Canadian, will now be paid to workers completing 5 or more consecutive years with the same employer. Right, so that might apply to some of you. Right, once you're with the same employer, you get this extra recognition payment.
The Labour Minister said government is committed to enhancing the program. She spoke of some of their plans going forward.
We plan to address certain processes in the program, including the selection process, because we think there are a lot of opportunities out there, and we think more Grenadian young men and women should be able to benefit from the program just as you have been benefiting. So we're going to look at the selection process going forward. Consular support. We're going to enhance monitoring and evaluation of the program, preparation of and readiness of candidates to enter the program.
Rena Thomas, GBN News.
The Ministry of Agriculture is working with the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species to lift a continued ban on queen conch. The details in this report from Arena Perry-Thomas.
Grenada, bounded by the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES, of wild fauna and flora reporting obligations, has been banned from exporting queen conch since 2016 due to a lapse in reporting since 2013. In an effort to resume the export of queen conch, locally known as lambi, to the international market, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources has sought assistance from the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species Secretariat to address its non-compliance issues. The CITES Secretariat, together with the OECS Secretariat, was on island this week working towards implementing legislative measures, reporting procedures, and institutional arrangements to get Grenada fully compliant and the ban lifted. Stakeholders from various sectors attended a workshop on Tuesday held at the Fisheries Conference Room, where they were briefed on the Convention's requirements and their role in implementation. Thomas DeLeo, legal officer at the CITES Secretariat, outlined the anticipated outcomes of the workshop.
At the technical level, the outcome would be to ensure that Grenada is in a position to fulfill all of the obligations under the Convention, but the bigger picture is to ensure that Grenada can continue conserving its species, especially its marine species, for the enjoyment of the population in Grenada, but also to develop the economic sector that is using those resources for economic trade. That would be the bigger picture and the biggest success in the implementation of the Convention. Grenada is doing a good work in developing its legislation for the implementation of the Convention, so one objective would be to continue and finalize the draft and then adopt the legislation, and also continue its effort to provide the reporting that the Convention requires in terms of the trade in CITES listed species. That would be the two big achievements for the country, and thus allowing the country to continue implementing the Convention as it is required to.
The CARICOM Secretariat focused on enhancing the capacity to implement the Convention's provisions effectively. Tisha Batiste represented the Secretariat at the event.
Nationally, that Grenadians from the public to the private sector have a clear understanding of what it means to be a party to the Convention and how that applies and relates to everyone. So increasing awareness, having a clear understanding, and ensuring that from a national perspective people know, and when they hear CITES they know exactly what it means and how it can benefit them as a people. This happening at the national level is very important. We have all the players, all the important institutions from trade, police, forestry, fisheries, export, legal affairs, certainly, and all these stakeholders are important because in any legislation, national consultation is a very critical part of the process. And from a CARICOM perspective,
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, Isaac Bagwan, underscored the significance of lifting the ban.
As it relates to the queen conch, this is very important as an export for Grenada as part of the fishing sector. Of course, we know that once you do export, you do get foreign exchange. Of course, that industry itself creates employment for quite a number of persons, and of course, there is the opportunity for value added. So it's a very important industry because it helps, of course, generally with the issue of poverty alleviation. So for us, it is taking the steps to, do what we need to do so that we could get back, or the ban should be lifted, and that we could get back to exporting queen conch.
Queen conch, listed on the Appendix 2 of the CITES Convention, necessitates a CITES certificate for trade, and a number of legislative and administrative processes must take place. Chief Fisheries Officer Justin Rennie said a stock assessment has already been conducted. Christina John, GBN News.
One man's mode of celebrating with the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School after victory at the 56th Republic Bank Intercol Championship on Friday takes the spotlight. Let's take a look through the GBN ISOR lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by Clear Vision.
tonight's GBN ISA takes us to St. Andrew as the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School celebrated their big win in the boys division of the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall Games. One celebrant created quite the spectacle as he danced while eating from the back of a car. SAS, sponsored by Nawasa, won the boys division of the games, which concluded on Thursday, while St. David's Catholic Secondary School won the girls division. We thank our citizen journalists for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
My name is Alimaka Motley. I've been here doing nails since 2017. Me being self-employed, I have realized that paying the NIS benefits me now and even when I retire. By the time I'm 65, I will be receiving contributions back from NIS. So I benefit because I'm self-employed. Anything can happen. If anything happens to you while you're at work, you've got a bad cold, you have the COVID, you have dengue, we have all these diseases that's plaguing us at the moment. NIS will be giving you back some form of money when you're ill. So I would encourage all small business persons to sign up with NIS now.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect protect the aesthetics of along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
At Frangipani Salon and Spa, we offer a variety of services. We also have packages for weddings, graduation, and birthdays. We do manicures, pedicures, massage, facials, waxing. We cater for men, women, and children. We have packages. We are located in the White Gun area in Knights Building on the all social platform. Our contact information is 414-8943.
Welcome back to the conversation for today, Monday, the 18th day of March. It's 16 minutes after the 7 o'clock, and I was expecting a guest via our Zoom platform, but the person is not there as yet, so it gives us an opportunity to have a conversation. There are so many things happening. Again, congratulations to SAS and St. David's Sec, but, totally congratulations to all the athletes, all the coaches, all the coordinators of the just concluded Intercall games. Yeah, good morning. Congratulations to all of you. And I want to extend condolences to the family of the young lady. I saw her photo just a while ago and realized that she was one of my students at Grenville Secondary School. What a sad thing. But so many things are buzzing this morning, and we really look forward to, a conversation. We're hearing that the folks, the three gentlemen, there's a possibility of them being extradited to the United States for trial. That's a talk. We heard it in the news. We also have another situation with another U.S. citizen that lost her life over the weekend. And so many things are happening. What's happening in your neck of the woods? Let me see what's all right. Good morning, Mr. Gordon. Welcome back. Hope you had a good time off. Well, yeah, sort of. Right, good. Okay, let's go to the telephone line and say good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Trust that you rested, etc., during your little leave, Mr. Joseph. You know what in Grenadian dialect called throwing word? You was a throwing word, quote unquote. You know that?
Yes.
Well, I want to throw a word this morning, or throw words this morning, prior to going to the meat of the matter, but I'll be brief. I want to say, to whom it may concern, there's one primary reason that during the lifetime of mankind, man has never ever tried or dared to try to put lipstick on a pig. Read through the lines to whom it may concern. If you don't know the reason, find it out. Now to the meat of the matter. There are so many things to talk about, but that news item, Mr. Joseph, a while ago there, as we say here, a while ago there, I hear that the United States is seeking to extradite, or there is a possibility, let's put this word, allege that. But here, brothers and sisters, this is a test for your political independence. The United States is one country in this world. Their laws are for their people in their territory and jurisdiction, and we must prime ourselves to resist any attempt by the United States to have jurisdiction to try our people for acts that they committed in our territory. The United States doesn't own this world. They're just one country in this world of how many 193 with the United Nations and a few others. They have no superpower. Nobody ever delegated them as masters of this earth to do what they want. They do. And they abuse. But we have to challenge them on this. If a United States citizen commits a crime in our country, as we have proof of and evidence of in previous times, with that rape of a little boy and so on, and the abuse of a little boy, and they took him back and they dealt with him. Hallelujah. That's their jurisdiction. But they don't have jurisdiction in our country. Prime yourselves up to resist and reject that and to warn the government of Grenada. If they do, then we deal with them accordingly. We have to claim our independence in this here country, either independent or not. Have a nice day, will you, Mr. Joseph, sir?
Thank you very much, caller. Have a good one yourself. It's 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. You know the numbers, 435-2041. That's the number to call. Let's go back to the telephone line and say, good morning, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I am alive and thankful.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm alive and in the land of the living.
Okay.
And I have two statements to make. One, I want to make a statement where a lot of us take it for granted. But at the moment, it's not until you're in this situation you realize how detrimental it is to you. So I want to give total credit to the health service in Grenada. I want to give total and credit to the surgeons, to the nurses, to the doctors, to the cleaners. I've just went through 1 week of experience in the surgical ward of the General Hospital. And I can tell you, a lot of us take it for granted, but not until when you're in there you understand what the staff goes through. So kudos to the staff. I want to give you all full credit. You all work day and night. So, I mean, words. I mean, I wasn't that bad, but I've seen certain situations in the ward that I believe the nurses and the staff has a lot to go through, and they do it without fear, without complaint. So I want to give you all kudos and just keep the good works up. You all are doing an excellent job with whatever little facilities you all have accessible to you all. There's only one complaint I want to make, and I want to put this out now to the Ministry of Health and probably to the administration. I experienced something that I think needs to be addressed immediately, and that is the washroom facility in the surgical ward. There is toilets and there are bathrooms there. And what I've experienced is that you have at a certain age and certain complaints, you only could do so much. And I've experienced going to the washroom, and the washroom facility, the toilet, there is no piss bay in the washroom. So you have to use a toilet bowl to piss. And when you see, guys may be passing blood and all, you have blood on the seat and urine on the floor. And then you still have to go through that and then go back to the ward with it. Some may not have slippers, some may go there baby, and they have to go back into the bed. So I would like the Ministry of Health or the administration to get some sort of whichever way they can do it, to install a piss bay. So men don't have to go to the toilet bowl to pass urine. They go to the piss bay. And I put this offer out that if a cost factor has been done, and I personally would love to contribute towards installing it, because who knows, I may go back there one day, and I believe it could be done that I can find some ways and means to help pay for the installment of a piss bay for the men in the surgical ward. My name is Sidney Hippolyte, and I'm not afraid to say that, because I went through it myself, and I know I would not like to go through it again. So I will definitely like to contribute in one way, talk to friends that I have, and if we can get it installed, but it is difficult for the administration to get it done. But you all are doing an excellent job, and I will appreciate. I spent a week there. I came out yesterday, and I tell you, kudos. And whatever I can do to help in any way in the general hospital for the well-being of the patients there, I will put my best foot up. Thank you very much.
Mr. Hippolyte, I'll be touching base with you right after the program, right?
Okay, thank you.
Good, man. Have a good one. Folks, it's 25 minutes after 7 o'clock, 435-2041. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Well, welcome back, Innocent. Great to hear you again.
How you do, Tonton?
Okay, fine. And listen, I just want to make a very quick contribution that is solely to back up the last caller. The medical personnel in general in that general hospital do a tremendously brilliant job, especially given the lack of resources. Shamefully, for many years, the health sector has not had money, and I'm talking about from the budget, allotted to it like it should. You get so much on tourism, and I'm not cutting down tourism, don't get me wrong. But hey, your health is your wealth, and it needs to be invested in a lot more. In the absence of that, the nurses, doctors, everyone else in that hospital, staff-wise, they have really been doing a tremendous job. So I just wanted to back that up. Well, you keep up the great work and take care, eh?
I'll do my best, Tonton.
Right.
All right, good. Let's do this. Let's entertain one of our WhatsApp calls. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Mr. Joseph, the news item with the extradition aspect, very interesting.
Okay.
What the lawyer said. What people don't understand, sometimes I heard the first caller make a statement. We first have to find out if there is an extradition treaty between Grenada and the United States, whatever. I know that sometime in Parliament, about 2-3 years ago, there was some extradition treaty passed or discussed, I think one between China and Grenada, and previously there was one with America. No. Another aspect I think that we need to look at. I would love to hear. I know Mr. Clouden have his expertise in marine laws and different things. Maybe you could get Mr. Clouden as a lawyer, give some explanation as it regards to law of the sea, marine law, and extradition. And one other additional aspect. I think that very early, maybe in civics in school or so, teach people, or teach the young children as they're growing up, the ins and outs and penalty about crime and different things so that they could understand. Because what we have is a lot of young people do things and they don't understand the consequence. And sometimes they feel, well, I could just go and get a lawyer to defend me and things of that. That's not it. I always believe in prevent before you fighting to get solution to heal.
Okay.
So maybe that's something we could look at in the school, in teaching children. And also, I'm not attacking any lawyer, but there is a famous lawyer that usually come and GBA News and give credence to everything. I wonder if he does take time off and explain to the clients, the parents, the whosoever, the penalty and consequence of certain crime. So that should be a wake-up call for every one of us. I'm not saying the guy that was on the radio with the interview from America, I'm not saying he's all that correct, but I recall there was a guy who commit a crime in Portugal with American citizen, and 37 years after, they found him in Portugal and they extradite him right back to the U.S. to face trial. We need to educate ourselves and be very careful, and not everything say about, oh, you can't do that in Grenada, that. If Grenada signed extradition treaty,
then they have to oblige. Careful. They have to oblige with it.
We may have to follow up after it.
Okay.
So let's see if there is an extradition treaty between Grenada and America first.
Right.
Before we talk and say all different things. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. And what I do know, our current Prime Minister is a lawyer by profession. And so I am very certain that, all the I's will be dotted and all the T's crossed as it relates to that. I love the fact that they called and gave the hospital its flowers, because not every day we hear that great job. All right. Yeah, it's important. I remembered my good friend Pastor Stanford Simon. He came on after having a stint at the hospital, and he was very, very positive, and commended the workers there. So again, to the all those of you in the medical fraternity, especially those of you attached to the General Hospital, take a bow. All right. Good morning, caller.
Innocent, good morning. I just called to say welcome back. I had missed you, and I didn't hear anything said about you. I was wondering if you were thrown under the bus or whether you were found guilty. Have a good one.
Thanks. Have a good one. At this point, I don't care what they do with those criminals. You rape, you kill, you get ready to accept the consequences. I don't give it. Send them in Gaza as far as... Come on, Nutmeg Queen. All right, welcome back, Alistair Warwood. Thanks for welcoming me back. At least someone is grateful. Not many Grenadians are. Appreciate and give constructive criticism and is willing to solve the problems. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Hippolyte, once again, man, it's important. It's important that we do these things. Give credit where credit is due. Folks, let's take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Get ready to witness the ultimate showcase of talent, speed, and determination at the 2024 Carifta Games. This prestigious event brings together the best young athletes from across the Caribbean, competing for glory like never before. With the motto, many people, one region, celebrating athletics, Carifta embodies the essence of Caribbean unity through sports, igniting a flame that illuminates the future of sports in the region. Don't miss out on this incredible event, taking place at the Karani James Athletic Stadium from Saturday 30th March to Monday 1st April 2024. Get your tickets now at Grenadian Optical or visit gotofed.com and secure your spot to be part of this extraordinary celebration of athleticism.
Third-party outages are caused by parties external to Grenada. Kite flying is one of the major causes of third-party outages also.
Kite flying over the years has proven to be an issue that has created many outages on our systems.
This Easter, Grenlec would like you to keep your kite in sight. Use an open area with no overhead power lines. Avoid personal injury through electric shock. Avoid damaging property and causing inconvenience through power outages. Enjoy tradition safely. Avoid damage and injury.
Grenlec,
energizing our Grenada.
A glimmer in
25 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thanks.
Yeah, like the other callers, I hope you rested. In fact, I didn't even know you were going on rest. But anyway, a couple of things quickly. First, in terms of the first caller, whether the news is correct or not, I think we should really be concerned about the intention of extraditing our citizens to trial. And I hear what a caller responded and said that we have to know about whether it's treaty. I think when you have treaties with countries, it's for specific situation. Maybe if a citizen from one country, blah, blah, blah. But I think in this case, I doubt these guys are citizens of the United States. And I need to remind people of an incident that happened after invasion, when an American soldier killed a 14-year-old at the time in the Grenville police station where they were camped. And the Americans refused to allow that soldier to be arraigned in Grenada and said they will try him in the United States. Of course, then in this time, a newspaper from the Maurice Bishop Martin Foundation used to be campaigning for that, and all of a sudden it went silent, and it is believed that the Americans paid the parents of the boy. But it shows how the superiority attitude of the United States. Many other countries have had issues with the United States when their soldiers or other killed citizens of those countries. They have not allowed that person to be tried in the country. So I think we need to put our foot down, depending on what is the truth about it. And no citizen of Grenada should be extradited, except if probably they are a citizen of America and there's some kind of clause for that. Now, a little bit of news. On the 9th of April, the International Court of Justice would hear the case brought by Nicaragua against Germany for their complicity in supporting the Gaza situation, in Gaza, the genocide in Gaza. So I think that's a good development. They see how South Africa have led the way, and now other countries would be have to face the penalty. But one final thing, there's so many things I want to speak, but many times people talk about the United Nations. One of the things we have to understand about the United Nations, the United Nations is an extension of imperialist design and desire. They came about as a result of the failure of the League of Nations, and so that new kind of operation was put into place. Now it's been exposed in all its flaws for what it really was. What it really would. And I think those people who think that the United Nations are the panacea or the final arbiter of everything should think separately. Should think differently, because they're not really for the good of the people of the South, for North Atlantic people. So I just want people to be aware of that. And of course, don't forget Haiti. Haiti is somewhere that we should be very concerned about, and not take on the garbage that is spread to us about gangs in Haiti. They're all armed by the politicians and the American CIA and all that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one. 21 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Teacher Rufin and Hope, good morning to you. How are you doing, bro? Hope you're doing fine. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Good morning, Innocent, and welcome back.
Thank you very much.
We surely did miss you, your presence.
Oh, what? Okay,
yes,
thanks.
Yes, and that is an honest statement.
Okay.
I want to kind of lend my voice to what is the trending topic this morning.
Okay.
I believe, like Antoine said before me, there are certain things that happen and extradition could be possible. But in that case, I don't think it is. The men have already been charged for causing the death of the two couples. But what I think Grenada, and not the individuals themselves, Grenada should be worried about is the relative, the family of those persons suing the government. Because the guys that did that crime was in lawful custody. And because of negligence, they escaped and commit that crime. So the state has an obligation, has a responsibility to compensate the relatives of those people. And I think that is what we should be worried about. Not the fact that they're asking for to be extradited. I don't think that because the men are already charged and they could be sentenced and everything here. We have the system. It's not that we have a flawed system. We have a good system here that they could be charged and prosecuted and reach to get some verdict, because it can happen in our jurisdiction. So what we should be worried about is the relatives suing the government of Grenada. Because his man was in lawful custody, suing the government of Grenada for wrongful death,
All right.
There's an issue that I want to raise with you, but I will do it at another time.
Okay.
Certainly, because I'm hearing some things and I want to raise it with you to find out what's really happening. Thank you and have a good one.
No problem. Have a good one, man. Have a good one yourself. Folks, it's 18 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. Saying good morning to all our online listeners and participants. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. How are you doing, sir?
I ain't do it yet, but I will do it,
It's nice to hear your voice again. Joseph, not that I have any issue with you, Kado, but
he's just not innocent.
He's just not innocent. Let me ask this, Innocent. If somebody rapes your child, son or daughter, what would you want as a form of justice?
You really want me to answer that question online?
No, I'm going to answer it because you're not going to go sit down in prison and benefit off of taxpayers' money when the cost of living in Grenada is already so high, come out and it's like nothing happened, but my child have to live with it. Now imagine somebody murdering your relative. What would you want as a form of justice? I know if it is me, you're not going inside there and come out in 10 years because I can go inside there and come out in 10 years, right? And those who talk about forgiveness, take a look at your Bible again. God's judgment was swift, even in cases when you'd say, well, maybe he should have been a bit more lenient. These young men, based on their age, they go in there, and if they are put in there for life, that is a burden on the state, on us, right? I think at some point in time, we have to realize, listen, we need to do things to send clear messages. So I'm not too concerned about extradition, what have you. My thing is, if I was the son of these two persons who were killed, listen, the full weight of the revel will be coming for them. I will be going for the death penalty. And listen, I've always said, listen, there are certain things God would not want to test me with. I will fail. You're not going in jail and eat free food and come back out. You need to understand the consequences of your actions before you decide to do stupidness. And the previous caller mentioned if the family sue, if it is me, it's not if, because it has already been established in Grenada. based on the last press conference with the PM, that the officers were complacent. They were negligent in executing their duties.
Right.
So these two persons are dead because somebody decided to bend the law and not do what they were supposed to do. And I think this is a lesson for all of us.
But Colin, let me ask
in
this.
the public or the private sector, to do what you have to do and stick to the policies. If something is off, make sure it is known. If a lock cannot lock properly, you have to say something about it, document it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just asking, have they found any bodies? So
well,
it is still
they haven't
allegations.
found the bodies as yet. And I think if I was, one of the family members, I would wait to see how it plays out. Because even here, a lot of people don't realize that when people do stupidness and they're fined, the money goes to the state, you oftentimes have to sue on top of that to get paid. But the reality is, if they're found guilty for murder here, then, you can then sue the state because it was negligent in the execution of its duties. And I believe that is why the RGPF need to distance itself from those who will not execute their duties as they are supposed to. You look at what's happening in the States. That is how it often happens,
Right.
The law enforcement agencies normally say quickly, hey, these people messed up things. So, I don't know whether it would be the state or those individuals that are going to get a lawsuit. But I know if it is me, you're not going out. You're not going in there. Free food, come back out. Everything is fine. And we also need to factor in that the man in question, he was working. So you're looking at lost income. Young people need to do better than that. And I think as a nation, we need to stop with the hypocrisy and actually put measures in place to arrest this thing and to address it in a more serious manner. But if it was me, they're dead.
Okay.
If my family member is dead.
All right.
Have a good day, sir.
All right, Bajan. It's 14 minutes. Nutmeg Quinn says they should sue the police officers personally. That was negligent. Sue them for all the pensions, house, and land. Okay. All right. Nutmeg Quinn. Innocent, are you serious with that question? Didn't they confess? Yes, they could confess, but where's the evidence? You understand what I'm saying? Where is the evidence? Nice. 435-2041. Let's take a final call in this segment. We come back and then we do a commercial break. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
I'm good for the time being. Good to have you back on air.
Thanks.
All right. I'm just calling about you have a problem with my pipe. Well, now what's a line in the road?
And that's what location?
Lauraland.
In Lauraland, okay.
Close to St. Dominic's School.
Okay.
So I called them on Friday, but the pipe apparently it's resting on the dirt, and I don't know if it eroded, but it's leaking there, and that constant leak, it's spraying, but it's not coming out in the road. It's going down in the land, right? So since Friday and up to now, nothing has been done, and we lack of water now.
Okay.
So I don't know if anybody listening from Nawasa could give it some attention, please.
Okay. Thank you. Nawasa, you heard that, all right? Go visit that area, Laura Land in St. David. And while at that, there is something that is happening up there in Providence in St. David, all right? That's going up Dodma side to go to Central and those places. I don't know, the person doesn't know if it's Grenlec or someone, but they cut some bamboos and they throw it in an area that if rain comes, it will create some problems. So please go check it out. If it's Grenlec, you all need to do better than that. The road work team, please give it some consideration, all right? It's 11 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's take our final commercial break in the segment, and then we come back and do the wrap.
trip to the sea. Let your hair run free. Or you're a rebel in disguise. Is that the devil in your eyes? We fell in love right by the ocean. Made all our plans down on the sand. We fell in love right by the ocean. Made all our plans down on the
It's 9 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and that's the time we've got left on the program. You can still call in and, voice your concern or give your 2 pence. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, sir. What I find happening in the world, we have more killing than, as you would say, before, than long ago then. So there have to be some reason for that. Maybe the penalty is not severe enough to cause, or you use a big word, to deter the people or the youth or some of the youth from taking other people's life. Maybe we are not educating them enough so that they should know the consequences of taking somebody's life. Maybe we are too slow, perhaps, in taking back their lives too. Not taking, I don't mean holding it, giving them the appropriate penalty, and that encourages them to continue to do what shouldn't be done. In fact, I'm glad you come back, but sometimes, my phone always gives you and us a problem.
Well, fix the phone.
But a problem that some of the announcers are saying, maybe grammatical errors. So when they talk about day, they coming back and say eat. Anyhow, that's what I want to say this morning. What's your language?
Okay.
Thank you very much. I have to watch mine too,
Please do.
And I'm always watching it.
Yes.
Thanks.
Have a
comment.
Oh my goodness, never a dull moment. Teacher Rufin, you here talk? 435-2041, that's the number to call. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
How you do?
I'm good. I want to take the opportunity to say welcome back.
Thanks.
And I also want to extend congratulations to all of this year's winners at Intercall, the schools, the individual, and especially SAS, the boys division. They really, really have shown us that so sports can unite a country. Innocent, on the day of the celebration, I saw all of the schools in Grenville behind this one truck celebrating as if the whole of St. Andrews had won. And I also want to say thank you to the principal and whoever took the decision to go down to the home of the champion winner, Down Trenchstone. And he also dedicated the trophy to his grandmother who was buried a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And for this, we are eternally grateful. I want to extend condolences to the young lady who passed away at the Intercall. It is indeed hard, but at least she died doing what she loved best. And to all of us, as we approach the Holy Week, let us tone down and let us love each other and do whatever we do in a very respectful manner. God bless you, innocent. Have a Holy Week.
Don't run off yet. I seen on the obituaries this morning the Nutsman in Grenville gone to why?
Yes, Mr. Gagan.
Wow. I had to stop watch that program. I seen too many acquaintances there, man.
Just live good, watch your heads, and do what you do best,
Yes.
Peter.
Right. Have a good one, eh?
You too.
Bye-bye. Good. Folks, it's 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock. That's the time we've got left. Let's go back to the telephone line. We lost that caller there. Caller, most of them in Grenada now, when they do foolishness, they only 25 years and they back in society. Government needs to come up with some hard penalties so others will think. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning. Hello? Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Grenada.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm just calling to sensitize the nation that we are in the season of Lent, and it is a time of conscious praying and fasting and almsgiving, and we pray that the Holy Spirit will be upon our land. And I just making a request for the kind of music that is being played, especially during the morning session and when the children are on the buses. Some of the music, I don't understand how somebody could sing that kind of music, for people to listen, especially about women.
Okay.
So we need to temper down the kind of music and really censor the kind of music that is aired. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. It's 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let's take a WhatsApp call. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the GBN.
Yes, you are on the GBN.
Okay, I'm saying I'm so happy to see the community spirit back in the country. It is so beautiful to get goosebumps again, watching the kids playing and all the, the stuff that Honorable Andy Williams is doing with the kids. It's just a marvelous feeling. Then the spirit in the stadium. Oh my God, Grenada needs this so much. We need it.
Okay.
And we have to remember. First, I should say welcome back. Your pleasure. It's a nice pleasure hearing you in morning. I'm not a morning person, but I just got up and I heard you. Welcome back.
Thanks.
And we have to remember that the devil always hits us when we're at our highest point. If we really watch the pattern, what's going on right now, when we're at our highest peak, we just come off independent, we're so great. Then we have this thing happened, and then we have the stadium with the biggest entertainment in a long time, and then this happened with that girl, So we got to focus, pray, keep the spirit going, and just keep praying.
Where are you calling us from, though?
Toronto, I'm cold.
T.O., okay. All right. Cool. Have a good one. Tell the folks in Scarborough good morning for me.
All right, I will do that.
Have a good one. All right, God bless you too. Folks, it's 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. That's the time we've got left. So if the PM accepts responsibility for the escaping prisoners, he can also be looking at a lawsuit from the family. Let's go back and take our final caller in the segment. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, well, the conversation was good this morning, but the thing about it, I find them people talking with too much hatred in their hearts, man. These people have too much hatred, and they say we are Christian, like station. All what they're hearing, they're talking about kill the people, and we have to follow the footsteps of our slave master, man.
Okay.
Because American dead, a so-called American dead, you have to say what, send them to be executed, man, what?
Okay.
They agree and stuff like that.
Okay.
I remember when the revolution turned back. You know what Grenadians say? The Americans, they send no leaflet to evacuate and go. The Yankees, look at the send what US dollar they send in the air, and there's no money.
Okay.
What you send us to evacuate and go?
All right. Thank you.
All the best.
Have a good one. Folks, this is where we pull the curtains down on the program this morning. Those of you who called and participated one way or the other, thank you very much. And if the good Lord spared lives, we'll do it again tomorrow, same time, same frequencies, channels, and platforms. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful day. Those of you in the diaspora, have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
The BBC.